Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Lonnie Kiki Keelan, but don't get fucked up. I told you I was gonna be back and better, so.
It's Bobby, bitches. Yikes, I play tag and you for life.
So, today is gonna be a story time about the time I got jumped in Manhattan. So, I was friends with this trans girl. We're gonna call because that bitch is a motherfucking bozo, and I wish her the best in life because that bitch. Okay, let me just get to the gag because I don't have that much time. So I have a lot of shit to do tonight. So I'm just gonna get into it real quick, real fast. You know, not real fast, but I'm gonna just breeze through it or whatever. So it was really cool. She hit me up on Instagram. And she texted me like, oh, I know you got a West Side, and a lot of people, I've heard about you from a lot of people, and basically I want to chill with you, I want to be friends. So we had ended up linking a couple of times, and throughout the times, it was just like a lot of shit that I just wasn't liking about this person. Like, they was just really grimy, like, but it was just like, I like to see past the grimy shit with people, because I feel like everybody in this world has a good heart, and they just like, you know, I just try to look past the negativity when it comes to dealing with people, period, in this world. So we hung out. The first time we hung out, it was okay, but the bitch lied to me about her age. She told me she was 15. No, she told me she was 18. She was really 15. That was rule one. That was number one. So I was like, you know what? It's just the age, but at the end of the day, what are you lying about your age for? Like, I'm going to still hang out with you. I'm going to accept you if you're mature. Which the bitch wasn't. So, yeah, we started hanging out. We started going downtown to the pier in Manhattan, hanging out with like the gay people, like our type of people. But it was just always like she was trying to show off and like trying to act like she was just this it bitch and stuff like that. And I just don't like that shit. Like, I feel like it's okay for you to have confidence, and it's okay for you to know who you are in this world, but once you try to use that confidence and try to shade other females, especially trans females, trans women, that's not okay with me. Like, I don't do that. I look at everybody like we all have a purpose in this world, especially being trans. We all have a gift. It's a reason why these men deal with us. So it's just like, don't use that ability and abuse it. So we hung out, and like, she was more of a wanted to get guys' attention. She would use her transition for that. So it was like, she was really pretty. She was on hormones. She is the reason why I had ended up getting on hormones, because she was going to this doctor's down the street from me, which is down the street now. I live in Columbus, like I told y'all, but I'm in New Jersey visiting for vacation. You know, the holidays is coming up and shit like that. So we would chill and stuff. She took me to the hormone place. They're really nice. They give you, like, I was taking my hormones and stuff like that, but I ended up getting off hormones because I was like overdosing on my shots and shit. But that's another story I'm gonna tell y'all probably on Wednesday. But this bitch, yeah, so like, when we would go to New York, we met this guy named Day, which we are good friends now. So shout out to Day if he sees this, or, you know, ever watches my YouTube. I love you. So we hung out with him and this other boy named Smitty. I love you, Smitty. And they were like really cool, but her and the guy Day, they were supposed to be like, you know, supposed to be a thing. But that didn't end too well because she's a hoe. The bitch seen these other two boys downtown Brooklyn. We was looking for weed, but we ended up running into this drug dealer and his brother. His brother was younger. She ended up talking to the younger brother. I was talking to the older brother. So it was like, I was talking to the main drug dealer, the main plug, you know. But that shit was not cute at the end of the day. It was like, nah, that nigga was hitting on me. He didn't want me talking to his brother. He was really jealous. Like, he was overprotective over me. Like, and it was like, I didn't have to go through that. Like, I should have put myself through that. Like, yes, he treated me good. Yes, he showed me love and affection. Yes, he like got me anything I wanted at the end of the day. It was like, he was crazy over me, and I just couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. So it was like, I dealt with that man, and that was just it. But basically, we only met these guys because of this girl. So she basically stops talking to Day to go with the brother, and I'm like, that's rule number one, you don't do that. Okay, so we ended up all chilling with them, like all smoking. We went back to his car. This man had some white girl in his car, like slayed out in the car. passed the fuck out. This bitch was like, I don't even know. Basically, he was pimping her out. So he kicked her out, and this bitch got on the train, and she went back to Brooklyn. So I already knew from there, I was kind of looking at him like, oh, you everywhere type shit. But you know what, I didn't really come to New York for no nigga. I came because I wanted to enjoy myself with my new friend. So, yeah, once that happened, it was just like, now it's like we chilling with these niggas. They don't want to like, they liking our vibe, so they don't really want us to leave. So I'm chilling with him, you know, getting to know him, but he acting like he not gay the whole time. Like, you know, I hate when a nigga be like, oh, I ain't with that shit, but they really be with that shit. Like, stop it. We know, like, y'all always be trying to shade the girls, but y'all really love us at the end of the day. Stop your shit. It's okay because trans women are real women. Put that through your heads and get that through your heads. Thank you, bye. So once that happened, it was like, all right. But she was talking about me with the boys. She was like talking about me with Day, Schmitty, and other people. Oh, she found this nigga now. She's saying mad stuff about me. Oh, but the real tea was she was supposed to be going home. She was not supposed to be in New York. Her ass was supposed to be at home getting ready for work the next day. Her sister didn't even know she was out in New York because she was living with her sister at the time. So it's like, does your sister even know you're out here? No, she doesn't. You're out here with me. I'm a grown woman. Like, I have already answered to, my mom lives in a whole different state. Like, I'm out here flexing the fashion by myself. I had nobody to answer to, so I'm not ready to go home at this point. But she's like, oh, will you take me home, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling with shorty. Like, I was feeling his vibe. I'm not gonna hold you. So she basically got mad. Oh, she don't want to go home with me. Talking mad shit. So I let that slide because at the end of the day, we did just meet, and I did kind of feel bad because at the end of the day, I didn't want to feel like I was a ditch on a bitch type of hoe or type shit. I didn't want that look. You know, at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I don't care what people think about me, but you always have to have a presentable, you know, approach when it comes to dealing with people in this world, period. So that had happened, I let that slide. I ended up dealing with this guy, you know, stayed in Brooklyn with him for like a week, but once he started trying to pit me out and punching on me, putting his hands on me, like, he used to like really be overprotective. Like, he did not want to be talking to no guys. He didn't even want me talking to his brother. His brother ended up like liking me and all of it. It was crazy, but that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna tell you about that. Girl, can I tell y'all? So this girl, once I ended up chilling with him, that was the first strike when she was talking about me to the boys. Second strike was, she came to my house one time. I had let that go, and she was like trying to embarrass me and like, oh, I'm gonna punch you in your. She told me she was gonna punch me in my face in front of this boy or whatever. And I'm like, I'm being mad nice to you, like, bitch, you're supposed to be at home. Like, I'm trying to make sure you get home and all of that. So it was like, but you trying to show out in front of a nigga. That's my friend's boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend now, but that was her boyfriend at the time. So my friend was telling me this whole time, like, you don't need to talk to her. Like, she's a weirdo. Like, there's something wrong with this girl. Like, when she first seen a girl, she was like, nah, you don't need to hang out with her. At the end of the day, you good where you at with me. Like, and long story short, I should have listened to her because once that happened, I was like, nah, I'm not feeling sis. Like, once you talk about something, you're gonna put your hands on me, we not friends. Like, you envy me at this point, you're jealous of me. So, she was talking to her, I'm like, bitch, do it, hit me. She ain't do nothing. So, after that, I stopped hanging out with her, and then that's when I ended up going back up to New York to stay with the boy for a week. But then I ended up coming back home. So once I came back home, she had hit me up like, oh, you wanna go to the pier, So we go down to the pier, and this is the third time, the final strike. We going down to the pier, and we hanging out with all the like people that we had met and stuff like that. So this time around, it was like she got really cool with all the trans girls. I'm the type of person, like, I'm cool with people, but to a certain extent because I know people can be grimy. So she was getting like real cool with them and stuff like that, which was fine because I'm not no hater at the end of the day. I know my position with anybody in my life. So it's like, I just let people do how they want to do. So she was basically talking bad shit about me to these girls and all of this stuff. So at this point in time, it's like 3-something in the morning. We had our fun. I'm ready to go back to Jersey. I'm like, I want to go get in my bed. I have somewhere to be. I'm not homeless. I can go home. She wanted to break night and be out in New York trying to get money. These trans girls had left us to go make coin. Which is, hey, it's fine. Go make your coin. But at the end of the day, we're out here. This is my exact words. I said, we're out here. We don't live out here. We don't know these people like that. And you see how easy it was for them to just leave us and unbelieve us. So she goes back and tells the girls that I said that. And basically, once she does that, she basically gets them on her team. So she's talking about me. They like, basically, if you run down on her, we gonna follow up. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home. She's like, oh, I'm just tired of you. Da, da, da. You're always making everything about you. I feel like I don't even want to be around you no more. I'm tired of hearing your voice. All this shit. She's just talking all this shit. So I'm like, all right, whatever, sis. Like, I'm not arguing with you. You're a little kid to me. You don't really matter to me at this point. You're a weirdo. Like, who wants to sit outside in Manhattan on 42nd Street looking like a fuck? So I'm just like, no. So once she did that, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So she was like, if you leave me, I'm not gonna give you $1 to get on the bus. I'm like, girl, I could just walk home from downtown. I don't live that far, like 20 minutes is a walk. So she was like, okay, well, you can leave. So I turn around, and this bitch tries to sneak attack me. So I go, boop, drop the bitch. Well, I didn't drop the bitch, but we was fighting. I was about to, like, I had this bitch, like, in an uppercut her ass, getting her. So, while I have her in an uppercut, I don't know, but somehow, she got a chunk on my face. This is the scar on my beautiful face. She chunked me. She took a bite, bitch, like a fucking dog. So I was like, all right, you want to act like a dog? I'm going to treat you like a dog. So once I think I'm about to get the one up on her, her friends jump in. These bitches start jumping me, like, try to steal my phone, try to steal my purse. One of the trans girls, she had her boyfriend, her boyfriend looked mad, girl, I'm not gonna hold you. This nigga tried to jump in a fight, like, and they was men looking, like, they was like, and I'm not the type to do that, but at the end of the day, once you go against me, I have no respect for you. So it was really like a jealousy thing with all of them. Like, they were just hating on me because I was in my own lane, I wasn't trying to compete with nobody, I was just trying to be me. And these bitches jumped me. Can y'all believe that they jumped me, y'all, like, over a nigga? Like, it was basically over the boy that I was messing with. She really wanted my man, like, and it was like, okay, you could have had him, like, if you want to do all that, like, he paid $120 on my nails. My nails was fleeked the fuck out. Like, if I could find a video, I'll put it in here. But that shit was like last year, so I'm all for that. But like, yeah, like, I just feel like this is just a message to all my trans girls that if y'all watch me or if y'all do watch me, be true to yourselves. And if you have a trans best friend or a trans friend, do not be friends with her to see if it's a competition thing or to see who looks better, or because at the end of the day, we're all in the same boat. We have these men out here that are DL that want to sneak around with us and deal with us when it's on their time. And then we have these females that hate on us because they don't know nothing when it comes to being a trans woman. They know nothing. So with that being said, because I'm being rudely interrupted, I love you guys. Have a good night.